Hello, my darlings. So here I am sitting in my car again. I get the distinct impression these videos are going to be done from my car a lot. It's just that I get out driving and I start thinking about stuff, and I think, well, no time like the present, like the last challenge video that said, about consistent imperfect action. And I was watching that video again, kind of trying to juice myself up because, it's Preptober now. Yay, October 1st, spooky season's here. Nano's coming, all excited. And I was watching that video and I was very much struck by how much weight I've put on. Now, just as a content warning here, gang, that we're going to be talking about weight gain and all of that sort of thing. So please, if this triggers you, please stop watching, because I am going to be open and vulnerable about what I've got going on here, and I do not want that to hurt anyone, okay? So I've never been this heavy, and since probably 1995, I've been on the bigger side, not grotesquely obese or anything, but after what happened when I gave birth to my son, I never really gained a lot of my health back. And for those of you who don't know that story, my son was born 10 weeks premature. I had preeclampsia. I was in the hospital for 8 days. He was in NICU for 3 months, and I died 3 times. My heart stopped. They had to, or my heart went into defib. They had to bring me back. The second time that happened, I had slipped into a coma, where I was in a coma for about 8 hours and had a seizure, and my heart stopped. So I never really regained a lot of my health from that, because I went, by the time I got my feet back under me, I had a very sick premature child at home. So I've always kind of battled with my weight in one way or the other. When I was in high school, when I graduated high school, I was 101, 102 pounds maybe, and I am over 5'8". So I've never had a healthy relationship with food, ever. And I've never had a healthy relationship with my body. And as I was planning out my month for Preptober, and I was making sure that I was putting in all of these, blocking off all of this time for self-care, even with that, I'm looking at this schedule. And I mean, I have the time. I'm doing the full-time author thing now. I have the time to do this. And as I was in my sprints today with Jenna and Jody Jean, and I'm looking at my schedule and I'm thinking, yeah, I've got the time. This is going to be great. But do I have the energy? And I started to feel nauseous thinking about how exhausted I am. I'm so tired all the time. I wake up every morning feeling like I haven't slept. It is 2:15 in the afternoon, and I could go to bed right now. I could go to bed. I feel like I could go to bed and sleep for a week. And I had been relying on an afternoon coffee to get me through the rest of my day. And I really don't want to do that anymore. And I know why I'm exhausted. I don't sleep well. I snore because of my weight. I can't get comfortable in the bed because of my weight. I get no exercise. I'm sitting on my butt all day. And in the evenings, I have supper, and within an hour of having supper, I'm snacking. And it's never good food. It's never good food. And it's been rough. It's been rough. And I mean, I could sit here and feel sorry for myself and blame everybody, and, you know, living with my mom's hard because, you know, she's of that age. She comes from that generation of meat and potatoes kind of thing. But I'm the one who does the grocery shopping. I'm the one who does the bulk of the cooking. So I really can't blame it on that. What I can blame it on is complacency of, I've got nobody to impress. I am 51 years old. I don't date. I don't have a social life to speak of outside of my friends online, which I am so immensely grateful for all of you. Just want to stick that in there. And I could just blame it on everybody, blame it on everything. But you know what? It's not. It's me. It's me. And I'm not going to say that I'm lazy, because you know what? I don't believe in laziness. I think lazy is something that labels other people put on you to get you to do what they want you to do. I don't believe in lazy. I don't think it's a thing, because we're not lazy. And I'm certainly not lazy. I work my butt off. But what I don't do is I don't work my butt off for myself. I don't take care of myself. How many of y'all can relate to that? You're so busy doing for everyone else that you put your own health and your own, you know, everything second, or worse, you put it last. You know I do it. And then I use it as an excuse to not take care of myself. Well, I have to do something for mom. I have to help her with this thing. I have to go get the groceries. I have to cook supper. We've been living in this apartment, Mom and I, it'll be 4 years in March. We have a gym in the apartment building, and I have been in there a grand total of twice in almost 4 years. And I mean, it's not like I don't know what to do. This is the hard part for me, where I try not to beat myself up about it, but I worked in the fitness industry for 3 years. I worked in a gym. I worked for the largest gym chain in Canada, right after my car accident. And then when I went back to school, when I went back to college, I worked in a store that sold high-end fitness equipment. And when I worked there, you know, if the store wasn't busy, I was on a treadmill, you know, or working out, because we used to work out in the store. And it's not like I don't know what to do. And it's all about putting myself last, about how often I do that. And I'm being really open and vulnerable with you guys here, because I know there's somebody out there who needs to hear this, who needs to know they're not alone. That I don't like that term, letting yourself go, because I haven't let myself go. I've put myself last. And that's the problem. That's the problem here. I am closer to 300 pounds than I am to 2. And even when I was pregnant with my son and had preeclampsia and blew up like a balloon, and that I couldn't bend my fingers because I had so much water on me, I wasn't this heavy. I wasn't this heavy. And at my age, I start to worry about things like heart disease and all this, because I mean, like I said, I don't eat well. I don't eat well. And I don't get the exercise. So who's with me? Okay, I know this is a little heavy and you guys are used to me being all upbeat and stuff, but I feel like this needs to be done, especially for us authors right now with the crazy season. I mean, this is the crazy season for us. And we tend to put our writing ahead of our health. And, you know, we're all snackers, or most of us are snackers. And, you know, it's so much easier to grab a bag of potato chips than it is to go prepare something to eat. So my challenge to myself and to you is to start taking care of yourself, to get out for walks, get some exercise on the daily. None of this, for me personally, there's not going to be any more of this, oh, I'm just going to go to the gym 3 days a week, because then it's always, I can do it tomorrow. No. 5 days a week at the gym. It's, even if I only have the time to go down and spend 15 minutes on the treadmill, at least I'm doing that. But I have blocked it off in my calendar to do this. And I do believe, to hold myself accountable, I will be doing updates over on my Instagram, because I would like to keep this channel more about coaching and writing and this sort of thing. I don't want to turn this into a health and fitness lifestyle channel, but I have come to rely on you folks to hold me accountable for things. So if you guys want to come join me over on Instagram to take control of your health, your fitness, your food, whatever. I am not a personal trainer. I have worked with personal trainers. I have worked with dietitians and nutritionists, though I do not hold any of those certifications. But one thing I am is a fat chick. And I'm tired of it. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. So who's with me? Come join me on Instagram. Put up pictures, put up video, use the hashtag Mel's Challenge, and let's hold each other accountable. I'm really hoping that you guys will join me, or at least I'll get a few people to join me to kind of keep me going. I've tried to do this before. Those of you who are familiar with Indigo, I've tried to do this before and I just never did. But when I woke up this morning and I was not super freaking excited that it was the first day of Preptober and I got to spend 3 hours with y'all and Jenna and Jody Jean, that my first thought was, I would love to turn over and go back to bed, go back to sleep, because I'm so exhausted. It's time for a change. I can't, now is the time. I'm not getting any younger. And you know what? I want to be here for y'all. I want to be here so that I can celebrate your wins with you, that I get to see my great nephew, graduate from school. He hasn't started yet. He's only 3, but I want to be there for him. And if I don't get a handle on this, I'm not going to be able to be there for him. So join me over on Instagram. I'll link it down here in the description. And that is my current challenge for y'all. Even if it's something little, I would love to see what you're doing. And I really appreciate you guys so much. So much. I can't even tell you. So let's make this Preptober and Nano good while taking care of ourselves. All right? Listen, love y'all to bits. I'll see you later.